played against it a few times. It's the guy that makes Scorches. Kills guy in response. So that's flying. Savas, yeah, that's the one. Video's pretty good. So I'm gonna lead on Brood Baron because he might kill the Brood Baron because it is gonna start doubling just the Spiderling eggs in his deck. Oh. My oldest is awake from his nap. My youngest is still sleeping. You kids both fell asleep real early today. So we'll see what his hand is. This hand actually shaped up pretty well. If he doesn't have removal, Blood Baron into Fentio is going to take over the game very quickly like it did last time. We only have one Brood Baron in the deck. I almost want two of this card. It's pretty sweet. So there's 4 Spiderling eggs in his deck right now because we got 2 from when this came into play and we got 2 when this came into play. Okay, there's a 2-1 with Fire Breathing. That he can shift the Fire Breathing over to his Flying out, which is pretty good. It does let him close pretty quickly. That's the guy that puts things from Crypts into play. So, double up. So there's now 8 eggs in his deck. Play the Shard. And again, one of the things I really like about this game is there's no incentive to try and bluff things because you want to use your champion's ability. So if we draw another Shard next turn, I don't want to not be able to activate my ability. So we're in a spot where spells are good and shards are good, basically. The only spell we don't really want to draw is Extinction because we want all of our guys here to stay alive so they can just put tons and tons of eggs into our opponent's deck. If he doesn't have a removal spell this turn, he's really boned. So there's now 10 Spiderling eggs in his deck. So next turn, we're going to activate Fentio to put 13, and then this is going to put up to 26, 6 Tarantulas, and 20 Spiderling eggs. I'm printing money, kids. Frost Wizard. The card would enter an opposing... Yeah, Frost Wizard does not work against Spiderlings, so it's only if it would enter opposing decks. So it does not prevent Spider Eggs from entering our opponent's deck, so... Get those eggs in there, buddy. Yeah, 73 cards. Hopefully, we hit eggs sooner rather than later. And hey, look, we drew another shard. So now we activate our champion's ability, which creates essentially a divination for us. It's a 3-cost card that draws 2. It could actually hit target player. So maybe I'm supposed to... Oh, and Extinction's actually a pretty good draw. So I might actually, if we don't hit eggs next turn, I'm probably going to like activate Fento and let this trigger, and then I'm probably going to Extinction the board. Just because this guy's going to be able to shift over flying on the Fire Breathing onto here, and then start taking us for a lot of damage. I don't understand why he's not shifting this. Block. This play seems really bad. I don't understand why he wouldn't just shift onto here and start... Am I missing something? I don't understand why he would do that. So target you, in response, activate Fento. So he's up to 75 cards. He's to donate the Frost Wizard to be. Yep. So there's a bunch of eggs in his deck. Do I even want an Extinction here? I think I might have the board under control. I drew a Fento. Alright. Oh, he doesn't have the threshold for flight. That's what I'm missing. Okay, thank you. Got it. Okay, so he has a flight socket in here, but it doesn't. I'd still think he would have wanted to just like shift and wait. That seems like his out to win this game. Yeah, we hit a Tarantula, so now we get to eat this guy. So this is the spiders I've been talking so much about. We've been very unlucky that his deck is full of them and we haven't been hitting them. So the Tarantula is a 5/5 that kills an opposing troop when it comes into play. And now we can't Extinction, so I'm glad we hit a Tarantula. Opponent concedes because his deck is all full of eggs. Got him. Got him. I'm 2-0 in this gauntlet down. Like Withering Touch, another counter magic. Is Magic Online alive? I would like to play first. Also playing Dreaming Fox. Huh. So could be a mirror. This hand is reasonable. It's not great, but it's reasonable. I don't see anything posted on the Magic Twitter that it's alive again. Unfortunately, I need to practice Magic because I need to find a standard deck for the Open in Indianapolis. Oh, does MTG Bot notify? That's awesome. God bless you, MTG Bot. So this is a guy we actually haven't catched. There's only one of these. When I enter play him or another Ven, we get a Spider Spawn, which is a 2/1, and then whenever a Spider hits an opposing champion, we get to draw a card, which is great. Ramp is just not a style of deck that I enjoy playing. I just won't play Ramp, won't play Rally probably ever. Those are the two decks that are just like on my no-fly list for standard type decks. Monsoon is in the sideboard. I have no idea. So this list is card for card the list from the Hex 100K Invitational, and I cannot think of a single matchup where I want Monsoon, so I'd probably change it. So that's a good question, Zero the Fool. There are two reasons to play Dreaming Fox over her being a champion, hipster. That's part of it. So two reasons to play Dreaming Fox instead of the Spider Champion. One, Dreaming Fox has more hit points, which means your harder matchups, which are the aggressive decks, are going to be easier for you because you have more life total to use as a resource. And two, it disguises what deck you're playing when you're first joining a match. Which that second benefit will be less and less true when people, now that I've been streaming with the deck and if people are aware that what I'm playing. But I think the life total bonus is still relevant enough that that's what you want to be, that it's worth doing. So next turn we get to Tunnel Reese plus play Arcane Focus, which is great. Red Black Dragons is okay. It's a deck I could see. I could realistically see myself playing at some point. So focus. Looking for like Fento, maybe another Shard. I'll take Edge of Sorceress for now. Quick Threat's pretty good. No, there's only three. There's 3 counter magics in the deck, and there's 3 Inquisitions for disruption, and then the plethora of removal that we're playing, kills and extinctions, and the Vens that act as removal spells. Your artifacts in all zones have -1 cost. Okay. So our opponent isn't playing what would be considered a meta or defined deck. That's probably hinted by their 64 card main deck. Although I've registered up to 63 cards in Magic tournaments before, so I probably shouldn't be one to judge. Although it's funny that RB is ruby blood and it's red black in Magic, so they're basically the same colors. Crackling wit. Kill a stupid dwarf. To make it less likely to draw the eggs. Got him. Yep. We've been had. He understands. He's got the leg up. Yeah, so when I played 63 cards, I actually I was already at 61 cards, and I wanted to add one more additional bullet to the cord list, and I knew I couldn't go up to 62 without adding a land, so I added the bullet and added a 24th land as a 63rd card. So we've got double of both our thresholds here. Reese comes in next turn. We get to Inquisition him here. Actually, I think I'm just going to play the Blood Baron out and get another Spider Spawn. And there are some Spiderlings. There's 2 Spiderlings in his deck right now. So yeah, so I've really liked Dreaming Fox as the champion. The extra life total has won me more than one game so far across like the, I don't know, 20 or so games that I've played. I think I've won 2 games because I had the extra points of life over the Spider Champion. And like I said, the Spider Champion's really only good in like against Wintermoon, the matchups that are already really good for this style of deck. So when this comes into play, we'll get another Spider Spawn from this guy, and then we're going to hit him for 6 here and draw a card when a Spider Spawn hits him. The problem is burn decks are too popular and aggressive decks are too popular in Modern to warrant risking drawing multiple scheme. Choose a card in your deck, create 4 cards that name and put them into your deck. So his deck's getting bigger for all sorts of reasons. Sure, Layoff, but like the rest of the cards that you're doing are reasonably powerful things, so I think the life total buffer alone is pretty reasonable. In comparison, getting 1/1 unblockable Spiderlings isn't very good against the Reanimate champion either. So like both the champion's abilities are fairly minor in my opinion, and I think the fact that this guy has a higher life total makes him have more total upside. Counter magic, your counter magic. Yo, dog. And get counter magicking their counter magic and a counter magic mirror is great because now all of his other counter magics cost 5, which is huge. That's not true, Nezgul, because Azure Sorceress only inspires things that have equal to or greater than her cost, and the baby spiderlings that your champion creates are only 1/1s that cost 2, so they don't trigger that. I don't think I want the Inquisitors. Usually I trim down Sorceresses in the blue mirrors. Rockcast seems okay. It seems like he has some cheap creatures in his deck. Cheap troops. Maybe if the game's going long, I want Ancestors Chosen. This card's sweet. At the beginning of every one of your turns, it creates 2 Ancestral Specters and puts them in your deck, which is just like this really busted 1-cost 2/2 that cantrips and flies. I'm going to cut the Rising in for now. And I feel like we can win this matchup without comboing. Azure Fate Sorcerer is just really bad in the counter magic mirrors and just board in the Ancestors Chosens. This hand's sweet. This hand only gets better if it had like an Inquisition on 2 or Withering Touch. Yeah, but like